Hey guys, I am Adam. Welcome to the Vintage Sanctuary. So it's been some time ago. I actually don't know how long ago. Maybe a year ago, could have been longer, maybe not that long. Shane, Shoebox Legends, showed a card on his channel, and I have been unable to find that video since, although I guess I could just ask him. And I thought, wow, I would really, really love to have a copy of that card, even though I was not collecting modern cards at all. It just really spoke to me. I thought, yeah. So I saved an eBay search, and I have not seen one since. But, hey, you never know when one's going to come up. Well, then recently I showed off a card on my channel, and Shane in the comments section indicated that he really, really liked it. And having some sense of his collecting, I thought, this is a card that would fit really, really well in his collection. And so maybe he wants to do some sort of a trade. And so I reached out to Shane to try to do some sort of a trade. And before you know it, we were totally judging each other. And so I'm going to kind of walk you through that story. So let me turn this camera around. All right, so it started with this buyback. Well, not this buyback exactly, so let me do some explaining. This is the 2023 Topps Aaron Judge 2022 MVP buyback X-Fractor. So I think these X-Fractors were in mega boxes in 2022, one per pack. And then Judge ended up being the MVP that year, so you could take this card to participating hobby shops and get $20 in store credit. And then those hobby shops would send these cards into Topps in order to get reimbursed. And then Topps stamped the MVP, and they stamped them out of 100 on the back and reinserted them into 2023 Topps Chrome. So they bought them back, put a stamp on the front, put a stamp on the back, and then reissued them in packs. So this is what's known as a buyback. And of course, Shane probably has one of the best buyback collections on the planet. Now, I showed this card in a recent video, but it wasn't exactly this card. The one I showed was number 62 out of 100. This is a replacement that I bought. This is number 54 out of 100, as you can see in the upper right-hand corner. So the 62 out of 100 is pretty epic because it's the buyback from the year that Judge had 62 home runs, breaking Roger Maris's 61-year-old American League record by one home run and becoming the natural single-season home run king. And so I thought, yeah, Shane would love to have number 62. That would go so well in his buyback collection. And of course, I really liked having number 62 as well. And I do not have number 62 anymore. As you can see, I have number 54. But I thought, that number 62 would go so well in Shane's collection. So I reached out to him and I said, hey, I don't know if you're interested, but I would trade you my buyback number 62 out of 100 X-Fractor for the card of yours that I really want, and I'm willing to pay the difference in cash. And so Shane was like, no, let's just trade straight across. And I was like, I don't know if that's fair, so how about if I give you a Platinum Anniversary Gold Refractor Larry Doby out of 50? So I said, I also want to throw in one of these. Now, this is the Willie Mays out of 50, but I said I will throw in the Larry Doby out of 50, which is basically the same card with Larry Doby, except you can see the Yankee Stadium in the background. But it's in gold. It's just an absolutely gorgeous card. So I said, yeah, I will trade you my buyback refractor as well as the Larry Doby Platinum Anniversary Gold Refractor out of 50 for the card of yours I really want. And then Shane was like, well, there's a card I've been thinking about giving you, so I will throw that in as well. And so it was an interesting trade because it's like we're both trying to give the other more or take less. So ultimately we agreed. My buyback X Fractor, number 62 out of 100, and the gold refractor Larry Doby for the card I really wanted from Shane, as well as this mystery card that he was thinking about giving me. I don't even know what it is. Well, then what am I doing with this X Fractor? Well, after we made the trade, we had not shipped to each other yet, but after we made the trade, I immediately went out and negotiated and got this X Fractor. And it was an interesting negotiation. The seller wanted $129, so I offered $62.62. And then the seller countered with $99, so I offered $75. And then the seller just rejected my offer. So I quickly offered $85. And then the seller countered with $95. And then I countered with $90. And then we had an agreement. So I got this one for $90. I really wanted that buyback X Fractor because that makes me a clubby with Shane, who now has the number 62 out of 100 that I traded to him, as well as a clubby with Dylan, who has the buyback X Fractor out of 100 as well. All right, well, what did I get? Let's find out. I have not looked in the package, but I opened it up to save some time. Here's what Shane had to say. This just came in the mail today. Adam, thanks for the trade and hope you enjoy the bonus card. I love that these cards get to reside in the vintage sanctuary, Shane Shoebox Legends. Awesome. So let's check it out. Okay, here's the card I really wanted. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the plastic sleeve. The 2022 Topps Aaron Judge Independence Day, and I am now collecting versions of card number 99 from 2022 Topps or Topps Chrome of Aaron Judge. And this is one that this was my favorite by far, but good luck finding one. And so Shane was willing to make the trade. This is number 66 out of 76. And of course, I believe the 76 is kind of a reference to 1776 when we declared our independence. And so I got that card from Shane. And now let's see what else he sent my way. Oh, man. Look at this. He also sent me, I didn't know this card, the 2023 Judge Trout Alvarez League Leaders Red Foil Board number 87 out of 199. That is so cool. American League Home Run Leaders. So this, of course, shows Judge being the home run leader when he hit the 62. So that's a really cool card. Thank you so much, Shane. That is totally awesome. So, yep, we totally judged each other. I sent Shane a card that is basically this card, except it's number 62. Plus, I sent him a card that is basically this card, except it's Larry Doby. And that will go perfectly because he is collecting modern cards of bridge players that played in both the Negro Leagues as well as Major League Baseball. And of course, Larry Doby obviously is one of those players. So I'm super stoked about the trade. I know he's super stoked about the trade. And also, Shane said to me, he said, your Independence Day Judge, he's the master of pairing or tripling. He's the master of collecting cards that go together really well. And he said to me that after we made this trade, or when we were contemplating this trade, he said, that Independence Day Aaron Judge would go really, really well with your UK edition Aaron Judges. So I'm going to show those together. This is the black, number 125, 84 out of 125. Out of 125, but number 84. The black UK edition, notice the UK flag. And then this is the Big Ben. You have all the Big Ben, the clock towers around the edges in the red. And this is number 25 out of 99. So I'm going to show these together since Shane said they would go really well together. And I totally agree. Let's see if I can get them all on here at the same time. There we go. So how do those look together? And of course, we've got this as well. That is really sweet. That is so nice. That is so awesome, Shane. So yeah, if you're going to judge one another, my friends, my hobby friends, this is the way to do it. So I will put a link to Shane's channel, and I've been kind of busy, and he's been busy as well. So, at some point he'll put out a video, maybe before I publish this one or afterwards, showing his end of this trade. But I am super stoked. Shane, I can tell you now, I've been collecting these 2022 Topps Aaron Judge number 99 variations, and I've got several that I have not shown yet, but my favorite by far is the one that you just, traded with me so that I could obtain, and that is the Independence Day. And I know you're really stoked about the number 62 out of 100 buyback X-Fractors, so if you're going to judge one another, this is totally the way to do it. All right, let me turn this camera around. So thank you, Shane, and thank you, everyone, for sharing in my joy. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the vintage sanctuary, even though these cards aren't terribly vintage, but they will be someday. Take care, my friends.